K Nation. Sponsored by 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Tonight on K Nation, an exclusive interview with KU head softball coach Jennifer McFalls. She just signed a contract extension, and her and I talked about that and a whole lot more.
Plus, San Francisco Giants scout Yancey Ayers scouts 5 states, including Kansas. We got his professional opinion on some great young ball players in Lawrence and Manhattan.
And I talked with Chris Kleiman when he stopped in Topeka for the Catbacker store. It was our first chance to ask him about that $44 million contract. And we'll tell you about what he said about the decision to stay with the Wildcats.
Welcome to K Nation. I'm Lainey Gerber.
And I'm Glenn Kinley. We got a lot to unpack tonight, so we'll get to all those stories we just mentioned and more. But first, let's ship off to Arlington for the Big 12 baseball tournament. A busy weekend it certainly was. And what a start for the Jayhawks. Round 1 facing the top seed in the tournament, Texas. And KU has no problem. 6-3 victory. Jansen Reeder 1 for 5, but the one there matters a lot. 7th inning grand slam for the go-ahead and for the upset. Game 2, not as good to the Jayhawks. TCU, one of the hottest teams in baseball right now. They're really playing well. And the Horned Frogs keep the foot on the gas for that game, beating Kansas 14-4. And that sends the Jayhawks to the other side of the bracket. It was double elimination.
Let's go to the back cap side of the bracket. K-State starts the tournament with red-hot TCU, and it is a tough one. K-State falls 16-3 in just 7 innings in that one. But like you said, it is double elimination, so it's all must-win from here. Game 2 is a date with Texas. K-State shows up in the clutch, and it's always horns down here in the K-Nation studio. This time in shutout fashion, Cats beat the Longhorns 6-0, setting up a big game in the next round.
That's right. It set up the Sunflower Showdown, a Big 12 tournament edition. Stakes could not be higher. Win or go home for both teams. K-State swept the regular season and, well, the Wildcats pull it off again. A 7-1 victory. Herman Fajardo, incredible on the mound. Works into the 8th. 1 run, 5 hits, 9 strikeouts. And Kalen Culpepper got it done at the plate. 3 for 4, 5 RBI. K-State was eliminated the next day, though, with a loss to, you guessed it, TCU to end their tournament, and now it's a wait for the postseason for the Wildcats.
And here's the NCAA tourney predictions from D1Baseball.com as of Sunday morning. It has K-State as the last team out at the 65 spot. Only 64 teams make the tournament. Here's the thing upsetting people online. Oklahoma is ranked higher than the Cats, who K-State swept earlier this season, and has a better overall record than, and a better conference record than.
I'm not sure what's up with that. I'm sure Pete Hughes would not be too happy if that's the case, and Glenn Kinley would not be too happy if that's the case either. Hey, the Batcats, though, are hoping for a regional bid for the first time since 2013. They find out their destiny with the selection show Monday morning at 11 a.m. More fun stuff to talk about. Big 12 baseball awards came out this week. KU freshman Cody Soji Naga was the co-Big 12 freshman of the year. He's 7th in the country among true freshmen with a .380 batting average. He led the Jayhawks with 70 hits. And the KU second baseman is the first freshman of the year in Jayhawk baseball history. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, not bad. It was such a great year for K-State and KU sports, and we get to cover it all right here on K-Nation. And our coverage is so good, and our stories are so much fun that some players and coaches just decided they wanted to keep being on the show.
If they go pro, K-Nation, we don't cover them as much.
Yeah, so they got to stick around a little longer.
They got to, yeah. KU's Kevin McCullough is running it back. He's returning to Lawrence for a final year. The forward tested the NBA waters, decided to play one more year for Bill Self. How could you blame him? That's a loaded roster in Lawrence. And, of course, we're waiting on preseason rankings to come out. But don't be surprised if the Jayhawks end up #1 overall preseason.
Yeah, well, more staying home news. K-State football coach Chris Kleiman received a contract extension a couple weeks back. But he made a bold statement this week saying, quote, "I know where I'm ending my career, and it's at Kansas State." Glenn talked with Coach one-on-one, and he reminded him of how much he values his assistant coaches and how loyal he is to Gene Taylor.
Getting our assistants raises, that was something that was really important to me, to put a good chunk of money into our assistant salaries. And then for me, Gene Taylor is one that took a chance on me to come to K-State, and it's been a lot of fun. I can't believe how fast 4 years has gone. I'm excited to continue to work with Gene on a daily basis.
Well, they'll get to continue to work together through 2030 for Kleiman. There's another Wildcat sticking around. Former K-State men's basketball player and Manhattan native Nate Aubrey says he will come back to the Wildcats as a graduate assistant. Aubrey got on the team after reaching out to Coach Tang through Instagram. Now Aubrey says he's thrilled to be staying with his hometown team.
To go throughout the season and to have the success we had as a team and just as a family, it's just truly a blessing for him to, ask me to stick around and to be a GA. And so, yeah, for sure, I really do think it was God's plan for me to come here and to continue to be a part of the team.
We're certainly happy for Nate and happy that he'll continue to stick around. We'll get to continue to work with him. Student athletes, though, they're always getting better at their sport and always trying to help their universities become a better place, too. KU is helping black student athletes grow in so many different ways. Yeah,
KU just sent a group of 10 student athletes and 6 staffers to the Black Student Athletes Summit. That summit helps more than 1,500 black student athletes connect from universities all over the country. And it's not just these Power 5 schools. It's D2 schools, HBCUs, and JUCOs, all sending groups to the summit. There are different activities and seminars, all jam-packed into the 4 days of the summit. It includes networking, professional development, financial literacy, and so much more. Former KU student athlete Chris Hughes organizes the trip for the Jayhawks every year.
I went as a student athlete, and then I also went as a staffer twice. And every time I've got a different perspective, right? It's one of those things where you think you go in kind of like, oh, I know what's going to go on. I know what's going to happen. I already kind of know what's going to impact me, what's, to look for. And my mind's blown every time. There's a full spectrum of emotions. There's a full spectrum of, learning and just opportunity that you truly, honestly, can't get to in too many different spaces.
Everybody was just super cool and awesome about it. We were able to, ask them questions that we can bring back to our campus to help out KU. I'm trying to say, we had conversations regarding, we have Rise here. And we had conversations about how do we get our attendance up in Rise, or what activities do you do on your campus to empower your athletes.
Some really cool stuff there, and KU does an interview process to select student athletes to attend that summit. And they tell us it's impactful for the staff members who go just as much as it is for the student athletes. Hughes and Morbo said the importance of mental health. Well, that was one of their biggest takeaways from this year's trip. Yeah, and they focus on the mental health of coaches and staffers, which isn't a big conversation that we hear
talk
about the players a lot and what they deal with, but the coaches or the assistants or administrators, they got a lot going on as well.
Yeah, so some great topics there at the summit.
For sure. All right, don't go anywhere. More K-Nation coming up. We'll hear from the leader of Jayhawks softball, Coach McFalls, tells us what a recent contract extension means to her and her program.
K-State also has a lot to celebrate. Up next, how the university is saying thank you to the fans while increasing excitement for next year on the annual Catbackers Tour.
Come out to the biggest party in the heartland, the Country Stampede. Headliners include Hardy, Lee Rice, and Cody Johnson. July 13th through 15th. Tickets and camping on sale now at countrystampede.com.
Car wrecks don't just happen from 9 to 5. If you're in a wreck, we're available 24/7.
Don't wait until tomorrow to get the help you need now. In a wreck, need a check?
Patterson Legal is the way to go. Call 431-0000.
Welcome to Jungle House, a shop for plant people. The Jungle House offers a range of in-store and at-home services to help your plants thrive. Not a green thumb? Don't sweat it. We're here to help. Jungle House, 924 Delaware Street, Lawrence.
Follow me to Red Dirt Saturday. Buy tickets now.
I came to Success Vision with doubts. Glasses in an hour? How good could they be?
The eye doctor next door, they take walk-ins, and my eye exam was great.
I'm still smiling about the pair of glasses that I got. The prescription is exactly right.
2 pair of no-line bifocals for $79, and they were ready in a few hours.
A great pair of glasses that are really light on my face. I'm one happy customer. Thank you, Success Vision.
2 pair for $39 in an hour for less. Come see us today, Success Vision Express.
Car wrecks don't just happen from 9 to 5. If you're in a wreck, we're available 24/7.
Don't wait until tomorrow to get the help you need now. In a wreck, need a check?
Patterson Legal is the way to go. Call 431-0000.
Come out to the biggest party in the heartland, the Country Stampede. Headliners include Hardy, Lee Rice, and Cody Johnson. July 13th through 15th. Tickets and camping on sale now at countrystampede.com.
Welcome back to K-Nation. Each offseason, K-State Athletics makes stops all around the state on its Catbackers tour, giving fans a night to celebrate their purple pride.
Yeah, for sure. K-Nation's Landon Reinhardt caught up with some of the Wildcats on the tour, and he breaks down all that action with help from some of your favorite Wildcats, so let's listen in.
The K-State Catbacker Tour is a yearly tradition getting K-State coaches and players in front of the fans that cheer them on all season long. But after one of the most successful seasons in recent K-State athletics history, well, this one hit a little different.
The event gave fans a night of food, games, and raffles, along with the opportunity to see their favorite players and coaches.
I think it's as simple as this. I don't want to oversimplify it, but it comes down to this. Winning is really good. And when you're Big 12 champions in football and Elite 8 in basketball, people are going to notice, and they're going to want to have a little bit of a chunk of that for themselves. And that's the best part of this. You know, when we were out west, they just couldn't talk enough about what we accomplished and how excited they are for next year. Hey, makes our job pretty easy.
For head football coach Chris Kleiman, the event is more about seeing fans on a more personable level.
It's fun to get out and see the fans, and I don't get a chance to appreciate them other than running out of the tunnel and seeing them going crazy at the Bill. But for all of us coaches to be able to get back out and thank the fans and thank the great supporters. I mean, K-State Nation, it's been on a great trajectory this year with all of our sports, and it's a great opportunity for us to get out and thank them.
For graduate assistant coach and former Wildcat basketball player Curtis Kelly, the night fully embraces the K-State motto, family.
Catbacker Tour has been phenomenal. I think the best part is connected with family members, and I don't call them fans, I call them friends and family. So just to connect with them, share some moments, share some experiences, give them updates of how I am and how I'm doing, talk about the team and the guys. It's a phenomenal experience.
In Manhattan, Landon Reinhardt, K-Nation.
All right, we'll stick around after the break. We are McFallen in love with KU softball. Coach McFalls joins Glenn for an exclusive one-on-one interview. Don't go anywhere.
At Dillon's, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Dillon's, fresh for everyone.
Meaningful relationships built upon trust is a founding principle of the Trust Company. We help individuals and businesses create tailored financial plans and diversified investment strategies that adapt over time to your unique needs. Because we are independent, we can offer flexibility and creativity that many advisors and trust departments can't. If you aren't sure where to start or you're looking to make a fresh start, contact us today for a free consultation.
Growing the market for Kansas-made E15 is a win-win for Kansans. What's E15? It's fuel with 15% ethanol compared to the usual 10% in regular unleaded. E15 is more affordable, has better performance, and runs cleaner than regular unleaded, meaning Kansas drivers can go further for less. From helping Kansas farm families by stabilizing grain prices, helping Kansas become more energy independent, and adding more than 4,000 jobs in Kansas, more of our money stays right here at home because of ethanol. Visit fueledbykansas.com to find a station near you.
Topeka Auto Glass on 3, 1, 2, Topeka Auto Glass!
As the weather warms up and your to-do list grows, don't forget about your windshield.
Avoid costly replacements. Repair that chip before it's too late.
If you need a repair or an entire windshield replacement,
call Topeka Auto Glass, 785-438-8808.
When you download the Dillon's app, you have easy access to savings every day and get personalized coupons sent straight to your phone. Save big today when you download the Dillon's app. Dillon's, fresh for everyone.
Welcome back to K-Nation. Now, Glenn, this is probably the 5th straight week, I would say, of saying that KU softball is on the rise. It's been its best season in a while, so we got to talk about it.
We're big Jayhawk softball fans here in the studio. Such an exciting time for those Jayhawks that they signed their head coach to a contract extension, and I had to hear all about it. So I talked with Coach McFalls about that and a whole lot more in a one-on-one interview that you won't see anywhere else. Let's listen in. All right, Coach, let's go ahead and jump right in. A great season for you guys, some huge steps in the right direction. What are you most proud of from your team this year?
Well, I think that every time we stepped on the field this year, we thought we had a chance to win, and that's been different in the past. So, you know, just seeing our team play with so much more confidence this year, just the fight we had, you know, I think we had great games, close games. We had a lot of opportunities to win series this year. And so I just think we put ourselves in a lot better situation moving forward, knowing that we're as talented as the rest of the teams in the Big 12.
It would have been easy the last few years for your players or even you and your staff to get discouraged or quit, or the transfer portal is a big thing. You had a lot of girls that stuck with you and fought this thing out, and now you're kind of seeing the results of that. How satisfying is that?
It's just huge. You know, we graduated 5 seniors this year that were all from the state of Kansas, and you know, they want to build this program. They wanted to leave it better than they found it, and they led the race for us, and they're just a huge part of this foundation, this growth, the direction that this program's going in. And quite honestly, I just can't appreciate and thank their loyalty and dedication, commitment to what we needed to move forward.
You talked about the direction of the program. How big can a year like this be? I feel like all year we were saying this is the first time Kansas softball has done this since 2015 and done this since 2007. You guys made some great steps. How big can that be for the future, whether that's from recruiting or from just confidence?
I think it's both. I think it's great for our returning players, but I also think that it's great just from a recruiting standpoint for some of those blue chip players out there to start taking Kansas seriously and realizing that we have a lot of great things to offer. We're in a great conference. We're building a strong program. We have awesome facilities, and we're just going to keep getting better. And that's, quite honestly, that's the most important thing. But I'm just so excited about our future and the direction we're going. We have really great culture this year, great chemistry, and just some solid, you know, a solid foundation that's going to be coming back. You know, the expectations have only gone up at this point, to be real honest. You know, my expectations are we finish above 500 and we get in a postseason every year from here on out.
Speaking of expectations, you just got the contract extension, so congratulations are in order for that. What does that mean? Just that this athletic department and athletic director Travis Goff show that confidence in you. They want to make sure that you're the one that's leading this program for years to come.
Well, I'm so appreciative that they've given me this opportunity. I think Travis Goff, Nicole Corcoran, who's my direct supervisor, you know, they've had a chance to really see how much this program is moving forward, and the athletes we're bringing in, the direction we're going. And it just takes time. It just truly takes some time. Obviously, we've got COVID behind us, and now we're still learning to deal with some of the new things that are being thrown at us from NIL and transfer portal. But the direction is positive, and I think they know that, they support that, they see that. But you know, I'm not satisfied with where we're at. They're not satisfied because obviously we want to win and we want to keep growing and keep getting better. So I think they understand my passion, my commitment to this program, and you know, I didn't come here to just be 500 either. I certainly want to find a way to get this team to that next level, get us into postseason, see what happens from there. KU is special. Sometimes, even though we're such a big university, it feels small, and we have a really amazing, close-knit family environment, and in our coaching staff, in this administration. You know, we're all here for each other, and I think it's just about momentum. We've got, you know, a lot of great leaders in place with Travis Goff, Chancellor Girard, who just believes in, you know, the commitment of this athletic program and what we're able to do. So there's just a lot of positive excitement, good vibes out there for KU athletics right now, and hopefully you know, we get some of them jumping on our bandwagon too a little bit. You know, we had tremendous support and fans that came out to, you know, the last few weeks of our conference series, and I certainly expect that that's going to continue moving forward.
If you haven't been out to Rocha, you gotta get out and watch them. Fun team to watch. I always enjoy getting out there. My last one for you. I know you love to recruit the state of Kansas. That's one of my favorite things about your team each year. You got kids from Kansas City and Wichita and Topeka area and everywhere in between. Why is that so important to you?
Kids want to stay home. They want to be close to their families. I want their families to be able to come support them, watch them. That's a huge fan base for us. You know, and again, originally I'm from Texas, so it took me a little bit of time to try to build those relationships here in the Midwest, but there's a lot of great talent in the state of Kansas, you know, the surrounding states. So if I can find the, you know, the athletes that want to stay here, that can continue to lift this program, then obviously we want them to be a Jayhawk.
I love it. That's all I got for you. Thanks for your time.
All right, thank you.
Typically here on K-Nation, we're always trying to stay unbiased and make sure we support both teams equally. Since K-State doesn't have a softball team, I feel like KU softball gets our full allegiance because we don't have to split it there.
Absolutely. We're all in for that one.
Absolutely. Well, we're hoping they continue to have great progress next year, and I expect them to do that.
Yeah, and we've got another interview coming up, and we're also very excited for this one. MLB scout Yancey Ayers is in the K-Nation studio. We'll talk Wildcats and Jayhawks and what he looks out for in a player right after the break.
Need your fireplace inspected? Make sure you and your family are safe this winter and avoid being a statistic. Certified Fireplace and Chimney now has openings as soon as this week. No need to wait months to be seen. Call or text us today to schedule your appointment.
Hi, this is voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you will be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. For 24/7 non-judgmental support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Sports! We have everything
that you're looking for
at Play It Again Sports.
New and used sports and fitness equipment with used up to 50% off retail.
You can create your own discount by trading in and trading up. Sell us your gear and get cash on the spot, or even get store credit.
Play It Again Sports has something for every athlete. All seasons, all sports, on any budget. We're open every day in the Fairlawn Plaza Mall.
Game on!
Golden Corral on Southwest Wanamaker Road has been locally owned since 1999. Come join us in our newly remodeled dining room with updated decor, a stone fireplace, and an enhanced buffet area. Breakfast served Saturdays and Sundays. Pickup orders and catering available. Golden Corral in Topeka is looking for great service-minded people to fill positions with advancement opportunities. Serious applicants can walk in to complete an application.
Come on in and join us
at Golden Corral.
Everyone dreams of having a stunning fireplace for their home, so why not make your dream a reality? Certified Fireplace and Chimney specializes in making these dreams come true. And now with in-home renderings and no interest payment plans, it's never been an easier decision. Call or text today.
Welcome back to K-Nation. We're going to take some time now to chat it up about baseball, specifically Big 12 baseball. We've got a true professional here for that.
Yeah, a real true professional. Yeah. Yancey Ayers is a scout for the San Francisco Giants. He's joining us today. So, Yancey, thanks for being here on our show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. You obviously, like we already introduced, true professional at this. We just want to know, you scout around the area, KU and K-State athletes a lot. What are you looking for from these guys?
I mean, we have a grading scale that we have to grade every player that we're going to turn in, that we're going to put in on the draft board. So if it's a position player, we have to grade their hit tool, their power tool, their arm, their defense, and their fielding. So we have to, there's a scale that we use, and we have to grade them on that scale. Every player that we see, we have to put an actual number on them.
Mm-hmm. When you're looking at these guys, one thing I'm always curious about, you're looking for the guy maybe who could throw 100 or whatever, but you're also probably looking at how they carry themselves, how they interact with their teammates, how they handle it when they let up 3 home runs in a row, stuff like that. How much does that play into your decisions besides just their skills and their athleticism?
Oh, it's huge. Like, I spend just as much time watching them in the dugout as I do out of the dugout. And it's not just them, it's how their teammates react to them, how they lead on the field. Sometimes guys, especially high school kids, they haven't ever failed before. So we want to see them get punched in the mouth and see how they react, see if they fold up or they take it and run with it. And we also look at parents too. Like, if there's a crazy parent out there that just is going crazy, that factors into okay, this kid's he's been pushed a little bit in a direction that maybe a lot of kids haven't. So we take a little factor into everything. We talk to old coaches, we talk to other coaches that they play different sports for. We try and get as far back as we can just to start the chapter of, okay, this kid was this, and he's progressed to this.
Wow, so obviously the Big 12 is big baseball country. How do you like scouting out here?
I mean, I'm from Kansas, so obviously I played at K-State, and I have familiarity with the Big 12, but I cover the 5 states, so I get down in Arkansas too, so I see a little bit of SEC stuff too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, exciting stuff. I want to ask you about a couple guys here. We'll make it guys who aren't draft eligible this year so we don't give away your board or anything. Tyson Neighbor's been lighting it up with Kansas State. What, besides the 99-mile-an-hour fastball, what makes him so good and so hard to hit?
I mean, he obviously is 97, 99, but he has 2 different breaking balls, and they're both strikeout pitches. So, and he's got some grit to him too. He ain't afraid to show it on the mound, as you saw him against Texas. He came in for a 3-inning save and punched out 8, I think, the first time, and then the second time I think he punched out 7 for the save. But he's a kid that was under scouted in high school as far as college-wise. I think K-State was his only offer. And so he's really taken that as a driving force to when he's facing those other teams that didn't recruit him.
We'll go the other way down I-70 now to Jayhawk land. Cody Sojinaga from Hawaii comes to KU as a freshman. He wins Big 12 Freshman of the Year. He's really playing well.
Yes, he is. He can definitely swing the bat. He actually came in as a catcher, but they have all 3 catchers in their lineup because they can all hit a little bit. So he got forced to play second base, and he did fine there. But yeah, he's a young one that can hit and has already put himself on the radar.
And when you're scouting, does your scout every year kind of change depending on what the organization needs, or are you just trying to get the best players at every position at every time?
That's the initial goal anyway. Like we miss on guys too, but we're looking for the best player out there. Like you never draft in need, you always draft the best player available.
I like it.
When you're looking for guys to pick up, what would be your message, I guess, to some young baseball players that are watching our show out there, and what they should be doing or how they could be preparing themselves to get ready to play pro baseball someday?
I would say play every sport. Don't just focus on one because we want to see the athlete as much as we want to see the baseball player. Like I'll go watch kids play basketball, I'll go watch play football, but just be an athlete first and everything will take care of itself.
I love it. We like that too because we like the multi-sports athletes. We get to cover them in all their sports.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them in Kansas.
Yeah,
they're fun.
Definitely. All right. Well, hey, thanks so much for your time. We only have one request. Just only draft Wildcats and Jayhawks. Would you do that for us?
Yeah.
Just tell them we said so, all right?
All right.
Hey, don't go anywhere. More K-Nation comes your way after the break.
Imagine a place where a cool summer breeze blows and burgers have that smoky char-grilled flavor. And also the breeze is your car's air conditioner, because you're eating at Sonic. New Sonic Griller. Sonic.
Hear that? It's edge of your seat.
He blows the body off the car.
Entertainment at top speed. Camping World NHRA races where top drivers compete to be the best. But don't blink.
Who's got the horsepower? It is going to be Justin Ashley. A dazzling Top Fuel final.
You could miss it. It's the Menards NHRA Nationals presented by Pet Armor. August 11th through 13th at Heartland Motorsports Park in Topeka. Every ticket's a pit pass and kids 12 and under are free. Get tickets early and save at NHRA.com.
Properties that are for sale by owner are typically on the market longer, sell for significantly less, and leave a seller open to potential legal problems than those properties sold with the assistance of a realtor. A home may be the largest and most complicated transaction you'll ever make. Trust a realtor with the ethics, expertise, and education to act in your best interest and guide you through the process. Find homes for sale in Northeast Kansas and a Sunflower Association realtor member that's right for you at sunflowerrealtors.com.
The Kansas experience is a salute to the wonders, to diving into what makes us different and what brings us together. It's a salute to the wanderers, to the resting and the restless, for soul searching off the grid wherever it takes you. It's a salute to the wild, to making waves, not sitting on the sidelines and staying ready for whatever comes next. See for yourself. Vacation in Kansas.
Have you ever dreamt about Sonic putting more candy in your blast? Or about Blast coming in 3 new flavors? Your dreams are oddly specific. New Sonic Blasts. Sonic.
Welcome back to K-Nation. It was a busy weekend of track and field action. Several Jayhawks and Wildcats headed to nationals. Exciting time for them.
For the Jayhawks, 11 athletes punched their tickets. That list includes Chandler Gibbons in the 10K. You know he's a good friend of ours here on K-Nation. Plus Alexander Jung in the decathlon, Riley Anderson in high jump, Patrick Larson in shot put, and others.
And we got the full list on our website of Jayhawks and Wildcats. 3 Wildcats national bounds. Urte Bachinskate in the heptathlon, Cade McCall in men's hammer throw, Emma Robbins in women's hammer throw. And like I said, for the full list of all the qualifiers, visit our website, KSNT.com. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, good thing is after the Big 12 baseball tournament, we'll have more to look forward to still with nationals for track and baseball.
We're not done yet. Hey, thanks for watching K-Nation. We hope you'll join us next Sunday and every Sunday after our 10 p.m. newscast.
Yeah, have a good night.
2. Reeder drives one out toward right field. That's hit well. Dylan Campbell moving back, and that is gone. Grand salami time.
You could tell
Watch us play. We're playing for each other now. Win all three, boys. 1, 2, 3. Win.
Will not fall in there. Terrific diving catch in left field by Chase.
The Cats keep the 1-0 lead and go to the 7th. The answer is indeed, friends.
This is why Neighbors is the toughest.